I have today here for you Jawad Malik. He is the Director of Business Management and CEO of OverStep Solutions, LLC. What he does is very unique for businesses of all sizes. He basically does the audits to find where you might have expenses going on that could be reduced, just found money. It could have something to do with what the tax credits are and being able to take availability of his team to help you in that regard, because sometimes those tax returns are just getting through and doing audits. There's a lot to it. And Jay has a lot of great people behind him on this. Jay, could you tell us a little bit more about what Overstep does?
Yes, basically, we're in a business to help businesses. We do not charge any upfront fees unless we are able to bring money to the pay businesses as a cash flow. And specialized tax saving is a big incentive for them for businesses to utilize it, especially after COVID and all of the inflation, businesses trying to survive. There are hundreds of tax credits based on the business, nature of the business. I mean, few of them cost segregation. If you own a commercial property, there's a big tax incentive that a lot of businesses are not taking, which is called WOTC, which is Workers' Opportunity Tax Credit. If they hire an employee, they can get a tax credit for it. And if every business employer, they have one or two or at least 10, 15 employees, if they can get something back to hire and train people, it's an incentive. And then we have uh, research and development credit. And then, of
Oh,
course,
yeah.
ERC and DERC, which is disaster ERC. If the company was hit by a storm or a fire or something, they can get IRS to give them tax credit. And these are just specialized tax credits, and there are hundreds of more. I'm saying, especially in healthcare field or different types of businesses, can get a lot more from the IRS. While end of the year they're paying them, IRS gives them back a handout, which is helping businesses to grow and move forward and not letting their employees go. And this helps them grow their businesses in certain ways and hire more people and train more people as they're getting incentives and they can grow, improve their business. And along with that, we have specialized expense reduction for businesses like credit card processing fee audit, uniform and linen audit. Credit card processing fee. If they're doing $1 million on a credit card and they're paying certain amount, we can reduce that by 28%, the fee that they're paying. We can help them get that lower, but we do not change their vendors. We audit the same vendors. Uniform and linen audit. Hotels are getting robbed. Hotels are getting ripped off because the expense is up there. We reduce expenses for bring more cash flow in there and cash flow for the business. And along with that is the commercial payments. Nobody ever thought of this. Our company has thought of it. Commercial payments, they're paying $10 million as payments to their account payables. We can turn that and audit it and give them reward. Maybe bring back 300,000 back to the business. 10 million, they're paying out 300,000 coming back as a kickback. Did they think about it? There's a lot of stuff to talk about. And then along with that, on the medical field, we have medical underpayment. We're not a medical billing department. We go behind the billing departments of medical facilities and we clean up their mess. Basically, we can do claims with the insurance companies that got rejected or didn't get paid fully, which is helping a lot of medical facilities, hospitals. They need us.
Wow.
They
Wow, Jay. Wow. That is definitely a big issue right then and there. And people are frustrated and they don't know how to negotiate with these hospital bills and handle that, or the insurance companies on top of that. So
in
that's a great field. And what's happening in commercial real estate when you were talking about that?
commercial real
Wow.
estate. We're doing cost of segregation. We are eliminating their tax that they're paying. We can eliminate it by the cost segregation because there's a depreciation on the building, like an apartment complex. A tenant moves out, they got to redo the apartment. So basically, we're in business to help businesses and we do not charge them any upfront fee to get more revenue into their business. And along with that, the last service that we are coming up with is free pharmacy. Basically, 8 million people just got kicked out of Medicaid. And
boy.
who's going to buy their prescription? Who's going to buy their medical? We are providing that service to the pharmacies to give it to the clients who need medications to, survive. There are people who are in need. 8 million people got kicked out of the medical. They are going to need some type of help. But we're in business to help businesses, and we're doing our best.
So this has a lot to do with the last few years where it's been chaos and financial stress in just about every industry. And it seems like you could help just any industry. You've got the wherewithal and the team to do that kind of work. You're the stress relief. You're basically the doctor in this. And can you tell me a little bit about finding money and alternative finance? Do you guys do some of that as well?
Yes, we do have commercial lending as well for businesses. Once we finalize all their books and we're bringing cash flow and they still need more money to grow or move to the next level, we can provide funding for businesses as well. That's our last target. From specialized tax savings, and then we audit everything that we can audit depending on the business, and we can provide funds as well. We're here to help businesses nationwide.
This is excellent to hear what you're able to bring to the table. The people that could work with you that could help their clients, would that be like accountants and financial planners or COOs, operating officers of corporations? Who are the people that really should be contacting you?
C-levels of the big corporations, basically CFOs, CEOs, anyone who wants to bring in more revenue or bring in more cash flow, we can help them. Accountants are the biggest referral programs that we help there. If they have a big book of businesses that they're doing accounting for, and they see their financials are getting low, we step in the middle next to the accountants and we bring in more. We help them save their businesses, do not close their door.
Well, every business owner, whether there's a corporate or the mom and pop around the corner, cash flow is the blood. It's the circulation that you got to have to keep a business going. So you're coming in right at the right time when there's quite a bit of financial stress out there in so many industries going on. And yet you're the doctor. I mean, you're able to get in there and see what's going on and solve these problems. So the sooner I can recommend you talk with Jay, get it done because you're going to learn a lot. Absolutely.
We are in business to help businesses nationwide. 32 million businesses need our help.
Wow. So, yeah. So I hope this gets in the hands of a few people that will take advantage of talking to you and getting an audit done and finding out just what can be found. Sometimes you try to do that yourself. It's like you find chump change, very little change in the couch, so to speak. And here is Jay, who turns the couch upside down and finds 10 times as much, 100 times as much, 1,000 times as much money that happened to be in that couch. Yeah, I just tell that story or relate to that because my big brother would do that to me. I'd find a few coins and he'd go in there and find dollars in the couch. We all know where that came from. The parents sit on the couch a lot, but as kids, it's found money.
Free money.
Yeah, free money.
And specialized tax savings, if you are an employer, you own a property, commercial property, and you're an employer, we can save you a lot of money from specialized tax savings. It's like tax credits that IRS is handing out to businesses, whoever asks for it. They're not going to come to you and give it to you. You have to go through the process.
They don't always make it easy in the process, do they?
Nice. That's why we're here. We have all of our system. We're a fintech company, and all our system is automated, and we're directly connected with IRS for specialized taxing. Like this the one tax credit is going to go for another 20 years for businesses to keep hiring employees and training them and putting them not in unemployment line, putting them to work. Imagine if you get 2,000 or 9,000 per employee. If you qualify employee, 2,000 and 9,000 based off their salary. How much of taxes are they paying?
Right.
They qualify for a year from $2,000 to $9,000 per employee. One or a qualified employee.
This is incredibly important information to be in people's hands right now because they've got problems to solve and they need someone like you to come in there and roll up the sleeves, so to speak, and find where the money is just laying around. And that's like bottom line profit, really, when you think about it. It just goes right to the bottom line, whatever you find there. So
Like,
how do you
think about
guys earn your fee? How do you guys earn your fees? How is it done? Is it like a performance-based thing or how is it work?
performance-based. We are 100% performance-based, depending on how much work and what credits we brought in. That on the credit card, processing fee, some contingency basis. We negotiate the fee and everything, and we audit and processing. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that machine is doing that we go put them through our system and we stop them wherever they are charging more. And we have a 99% success rate.
That's awesome. So there's just a lot of money laying around there that just people just don't know or realize. They just need the expertise. Absolutely.
Okay, the problem is the main thing is business owner opens the business to run the business, but the expenses come with it. He can't sit there and audit every every expense. So just like medical billing, they are handling incoming business. They are not going back in the file and reclaiming whatever the coding and whatever the claims got rejected from the insurance company. We come behind them to clean up. And commercial payment. People are to pay out $10 million. It's costing them a little bit more, like $5 to make every payment. Print the check out, and the frauds are happening. They mail the check. PO has to sign the check. All of that. We automate all of that with our virtual cards. And we have 70,000 vendors that we have in our file that are willing to work with us and give them the business owner reward and extra cash back to do business with.
Got it. Yeah, got it. You mentioned that there's like 30 million businesses out there and you pretty much have the same problem and need solutions. So does that include the small business, the medium size, of course, but
Every business, as long as they have one employer, as long as they're an employer, they have one employer out, we can help.
very good. Excellent. How do we get in touch with you? How should a person reach you? I can put your contact information at the end here, but what's the best way for people to reach you?
Just my link, and we just set up an appointment, and we get on the phone, or we get on.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, you're very accessible. You're very accessible with that, and obviously you're easy to work with. You're easy to work with as well. Thanks, Jake. This has been a very educational and great, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people that need your help, obviously, and we'll get it out to them and they get to know you and what you can do here. Thanks again.
Yes, thank you very much, Mike. Pleasure talking to you.
You bet. You bet. It's been great.